We recently took a cruise on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston. In this video, we're going to give you a complete ship tour, as well as tell you about our favorite and least favorite things about the ship.
Hi y'all, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Becky.
And together we're cruising a good time. Did you know that MSC is trying to be the largest cruise line? And they just recently started selling full-time out of Galveston on the MSC Seascape. We're really happy to try the MSC Seascape for the first time out of Galveston, and we're going to show you what our likes and dislikes are on this complete ship's tour of the MSC Seascape.
We've been on over 30 cruises, and we are passionate about cruising. If you love cruising and love to learn all the interesting details about them, please consider subscribing to our channel. We publish weekly. As we go through the tour and when we give our likes and dislikes, we're going to highlight some of the things about the MSC Seascape that is different from other cruise lines. And at the very end of the video, we'll tell you if we would cruise MSC again.
So as with all our ship's tour videos, we always start at the lowest public deck and we'll go from aft to forward on each deck as we go through the ship to show you the entire ship in a logical manner. Let's go ahead and get started with that tour. So we'll start on deck 5, all the way stern. This is the Green Wave dining room.
This is the dining room we ate at. It is the largest dining room, and I think it has like some of the lower paying fares eating here.
Yeah, there's a total of 4 dining rooms on board, and you're assigned one of them based on your experience and your cabin and location and everything else.
I thought it was a very pleasant dining room. I liked the decor.
I found it a little crowded. Sometimes the wait staff had trouble getting in between the tables because the tables were too close together, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Moving forward, this is the atrium area. This is kind of midship. Big open area, goes up and down 4 decks. They have this bar right down here on deck 5. Stage there.
This is a really beautiful area. It's hard to capture that on film.
There's always something going on in the atrium.
Yeah, here's an example where we saw a little dance number. There was also some dance competition.
They have the Future Cruise sales desk right there off the atrium. And of course, guest services on the other side.
It tends to have a long line. You can't talk to guest services on the app, but you also can call them on the phone.
This is the photo area. They'll sell you a little wristband to use as a room key. And MSC Foundation is a charitable foundation that MSC does worldwide.
We like this little sculpture in that area that goes up a couple stories.
Going up on deck 6 all the way back, this is another traditional dining room. It's a little smaller than the Green Wave. The Green Wave, I think, is the largest of all of them.
So the eating times, they would have 3 different eating times during the evening. 5, 7, and 9.
Yep. We were on the 7 o'clock. Worked out really nicely for us.
Yeah, super happy it wasn't the 9. You can ask for one before your cruise, and then they're going to tell you what you're assigned to on your room key.
Moving forward, we're on the atrium again. This is deck 6. You can see we're the same level as the stage right there. They always had a musician or band going on there in the evenings. This is a really wide open area with a lot of windows, kind of showing you the sides of the atrium here with all the multi-decks and the windows.
I loved how much light would come into this middle of the ship. It's really beautiful.
There's a shore excursion desk right here on deck 6. Shine Bar was a bar that served deck 6 around the atrium.
And if you just sat down, you would get bar service so quickly. The waiters were very, very helpful in all those outside areas.
Moving forward, they have this little hallway in the middle of the ship connecting the atrium to Times Square on multiple levels.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why they had the tape up that day.
This is an onboard chocolate shop. They make their own chocolate on board.
It looked delicious, but we didn't feel the need to purchase, more sweet calories.
Plenty to eat in the dining room. Very colorful, though, with all the wrappers and all that. Right in that area is the duty-free shops. Several of those.
Yeah, so this one has like the liquor and the cigarettes.
All the vices.
This one is filled with different perfumes.
And they're all connected, so they're kind of like one large shop as well. So anything you can imagine.
And if you've forgotten makeup or different sundries, you certainly can pick them up.
This is that Times Square area. They do a lot right here. They're doing a t-shirt sale right there and line dancing at the same time.
So in the day they have like the line dancing. Sometimes they have games down here. At night, typically they had like a couple of musicians, maybe salsa, but very few people danced in the evenings there.
A little more shops here right off the other side of Times Square. These are the watch shops. Watch, they'll always put some of these on sale throughout the cruise. So if you have a favorite brand. Going forward, this is heading into the theater forward. We're going to show you the theater when we get up to the next deck. This is just one of the entrance into the lower part of the theater.
I like theaters that have multi-decks.
Deck 7, all the way stern. This is Cabaret Rouge. This is a neat theater. It's kind of a 2-deck concept. They do a lot of karaoke in here.
They also do a variety show on several of the different evenings. I love this layout. I think it's really fun, and it's different from what most cruise ships offer.
It was. It's very unique, and it was very fun to see and easy to participate in it. Skyline's one of the other traditional dining rooms. I think this one is mostly for the suite guests. Like we said, you're assigned a dining room based on the experience you pay for and your cabin type and location. They're all nicely decorated.
Yeah, this is a simple motif, but I like it.
Yep. And all 4 have the same menus.
I love that balloon. That is a great opportunity for some fun photos as the background changes behind you.
The Aegean restaurant's the 4th of the traditional dining room restaurants.
And let's take a peek inside.
This one appears to be larger than the Skyline, but smaller than the Green Wave. Moving forward again towards the atrium. Champagne bar on deck 7 serves both sides of the ship on deck 7. They make an excellent Manhattan as well.
Yeah, I love to sit out here and watch the sunset.
A lot of metal sculptures on board the ship. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's really a beautiful ship.
Moving forward down the middle of the ship, again, that same hallway we showed you on deck 7. This is the entrance to the casino, lined with slot machines.
Yeah, they do find any empty space, they add a slot machine.
They do. It's a lot like Vegas in that respect, isn't it?
Here's the sculpture we liked again.
They had a lot of table games. Some of them were a little different than a lot of cruise lines. Like this was a baccarat table right here. They had only 3 blackjack tables, but they played 3-2 on a natural, even on a $15 hand, which is unusual. Normally you have to have a $25 minimum to get a 3-2.
It looked like they were pretty busy on the lower minimum tables, and it'd be hard to get a spot on those.
The craps table is good. It paid a 3, 4, 5 odds, which is also different than most cruise lines I've been on, which just paid double odds. $10 minimum on the table, which isn't too bad. Some more of the metal sculptures. Then on the back side of the tables, they had some of the other games, and then they had some high-end blackjack tables. They had a $25 table back here.
And you could hear different music that came up from Times Square. So in Times Square, the music in the evenings was typically salsa music. Sometimes it was the steel drums.
Yeah, it was really a neat casino because they had the band there, and they got a nice bar in the casino here. We'll show you a ton of slot machines right here, and a lot more on the deck above you. On deck 8, we'll show you here in a few minutes.
And the dance floor downstairs usually wasn't very crowded there at Times Square.
Moving forward, this is the theater. Sits on deck 6 and deck 7.
I like it that you can enter on 2 different floors. That makes the flow so much better.
All the seats were good. We kind of set different spots for different types of shows, and it was all good seating.
The production number we saw was really very good. I enjoyed it immensely. And we saw a terrific comedian in
Oh,
there.
he was hysterical. Yeah, I liked the comedian too. The sound was good. Deck 8, all the way stern again. This is the infinity pool. Looking up at the back of the ship. We have an infinity bar back there and a gelato place. This is an adults only pool. My camera didn't film when I filmed the pool, so this is the only shot you get of the infinity pool looking down from the bridge of size. We'll show you in a minute.
It looked like the pool wasn't as deep as I would like.
Yeah. The gelato shop looked delicious. It was an extra charge, and I honestly just didn't need the calories.
Moving forward is the Uptown Lounge.
And this had a dueling pianos in it. It was a lot of fun. These guys are great.
Yeah, we would wait a little while and eventually some seat would open up, but it was really fun in there.
They would play anything you'd request. They played Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne and did a really good job with it.
They were very fun.
Moving forward, we have this area with all the specialty restaurants in it. We're going to show you all of them right here.
We didn't get a chance to eat at every one of them, but we tried a few.
Yep. This is the butcher shop. It was really good. They had a really good steak here. This is, in my opinion, the best of the specialty restaurants. They cooked that steak a perfect medium rare for me.
It was a delicious meal.
Yep. It was a lot of fun. The decor was like an old school steakhouse. The wine cellar, kind of self-explanatory, I think. You could get some snacks. They would do some sort of food service in here as well, but a lot of wines. Ocean Cay, that's the seafood restaurant.
We had a nice meal here.
They had an excellent tuna tartare there.
That was delicious.
Yeah. And then it had the all-you-can-eat sushi place, which is kind of neat. We didn't try this. I got a kick out of how they served the sushi right here with this conveyor system. These dishes would convey around, and I guess you just take whatever you want and eat until you're full.
This looked like a lot of fun, and I might try this next time.
Yeah, next time we're on the Seascape or one of the MSC cruises, I'll definitely give this a try. Right next to it's the Tapenaki Bar. We did do this one. It's a lot of fun. It's a tapenaki. You know what you're getting into. The chef was made good food, and he's very entertaining.
That was a very, very fun meal.
That was. We actually ate there for Becky's birthday.
Wow.
They have a cocktail bar right there, kind of in the area right around all those restaurants. So you get there early and have a little cocktail before or after your meal. Back in the atrium, the low headroom right here at the top of the stairs on deck 8. So if you're tall like me, watch out for they got a little sign there for headroom, but it's a little too late by there.
Yeah, there's several places that had room issues. We don't cover them all in this video.
I was surprised being a new ship. But once again, the atrium we found to be lovely right here. The Olo Taco Bar is right there off deck 8.
This is another specialty dining restaurant, but a great thing about it is it does have free breakfast, and we had a fabulous breakfast here.
It was a delicious breakfast. We did one of the shore days, and they were quick, made it to shore just fine, and it was a lot of fun.
And by the way, Butcher's Block will also serve breakfast.
The sports bar, this is a very elaborate sports bar, I thought, for a cruise ship. They had a lot of TVs. We're there in November, so they had the football games on.
We had a wonderful time on Saturday watching college football, and it was packed.
It was packed, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It's a nice bar. It's a good sized bar. More of the slot machines we're talking about. Have a big screen right there. They move your chairs around there and you watch a game there. You can see it's a hopping place. It's a lot of fun. Back at the atrium on the other side of the ship, we have the MSC logo shop right here.
Yeah, there's no shortage of places to spend money.
No, they have plenty of retail therapy on board the ship. MSC has an alliance with Legos, so you can buy a lot of stuff with Legos and MSC both on them there. So if you're into the Lego thing, it's kind of cool too.
We also met some Lego characters.
Yes. The mandatory Effie shop that you seem to find on every cruise ship nowadays.
Yeah, they had the Effie and the Cartier shop.
Yeah, that's true.
Always fun to browse in a Effie shop.
It's always fun to look. They had another fashion jewelry shop right here too. Some other brands.
Yeah, a little more economical.
This is the top of the Times Square area right here. Some more of the metal sculptures and all. Looking down on a line dance instructor right here. They just bar right off the deck area of Times Square. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice open bar with good views outside.
Yeah, I'd love to come here, and they had coffee open at all the bars, and just grab a coffee there with no lines. This is where they have the party for the loyalty club.
And then they had that area right there. That is a smokers area for all the casinos, non-smoking. So they had one room with a bunch of slot machines for smokers, which was nice because then I don't have to hang around with the smoke. And they had this area outside right here. This is a smokers area right here. You can see the ashtrays on these tables.
With lovely views.
With lovely views. The Infinity Bridge, it's a glass bridge around the side right there, outside the atrium.
I think the bridge's size is much more spectacular.
It's much more spectacular. It's higher and seems to be in better shape and all. A lot of deck space out here, though. And they had some hot tubs right there in the middle area. Going forward, you have the spa area, and they have all sorts of stuff here. There's barber shop, so if you need a shave and haircut, they got one right here.
Yeah, they have all the usual salon things, as well as an amazing spa.
Yep. And a pretty good-sized gym. There's a gym area. They have all sorts of free weights and weight machines, aerobic machines, the whole thing.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to use any weights at this point in time, so I didn't get to come experience this.
I wasn't here during rush hour, so I can't say how bad it is at rush hour, but other times I came through here is like this, is wide open. This is a shore day. They have some rooms there for different types of classes, cycling classes or Pilates classes, whatever you're taking. Nail salon, hair salon. This thermal area was huge.
This was so interesting. It's great if you get there the first day, go take the tour.
They have probably 10 different areas in here. I mean, it's everything you can possibly imagine. I mean, you can pour a bucket of cold water on you right there. I mean, you got the hot tubs, the snow room, so you go between hot tub and snow room, salt room. Just about everything you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, I lost count of the number of different rooms that you could get in at various temperatures.
I joked that you almost need a scorecard to do it in the right sequence, because there's so much stuff.
So if you're really into like these hot spa treatments, this is really a terrific ship for you.
Have this outside area, and they have just the last one is just a traditional outdoor hot tub.
And they have hot tubs like this outside of the spa area as well.
Jumping all the way up to deck 16. This is a bridge of size that Becky was mentioning a while ago.
Yeah, so that one's fun because there's nothing beneath you.
Yep.
And you get that beautiful wake view.
Beautiful wake view. Moving forward, you move right into the buffet here.
It's a very big buffet, but really we should mention, as far as food goes, you're getting at one of the main dining rooms. A specialty dining room are the buffet.
Yep.
There are no other places to get entrees and things. There's no hamburgers or pizza near the pool. This is it.
This is it.
Now, there is pizza and hamburgers inside the buffet. So
the pizza in the buffet was good.
It was very good.
Yep. It would get, like all buffets, it got a little crowded. Sometimes it gets a little chippy in there, I think.
And I think the pizza was the very best thing in the buffet.
This is neat. They have this little kids area right here. It's a little lower counter so the kids can get whatever they want in there. The ship was very kids friendly, very kids friendly.
I really loved that about the ship if I were to have kids with me.
Moving forward, this is a jungle bar and right by the aptly named Jungle Pool. It's got a big jungle theme. It's got a roof on it, so you could use it in cold weather. If this ship's up in Alaska, you could certainly go swimming here anytime.
And it's a retractable roof, so they can open it as needed when they're in sunny places.
The yacht club's a ship within a ship experience. We were not on it, so we don't show you any of that here.
We met people, though, who ranted and raved how fabulous the yacht club is.
Deck 18, there was no deck 17 on the ship, which I found really weird because there was a deck 13. So the Marina Pool is kind of like the main pool. It's up on one of the top decks. A lot of sun. There's no shade around this pool. A big screen there. They're supposed to have the white party here this night. That's what the sign says here. So they moved the white party into the atrium. One
of the things I liked about this pool is that it had a bar in it so that you could set your beverage down, like if you're just sitting in the pool or standing in the pool. And it had both an area where you could stand and a deeper area.
Got a couple pictures of the white party here for you. Moving forward, you have this Hall of Games, which they had some high-end games on this too. Like this, for example, this Formula One race simulator. You could use that if you're a diamond status. You could drive that once for free, but you got the wraparound screens there where you go driving, and it's all for a charge.
Yeah, and of course they have this deal that if you buy a bunch ahead of time, you get a discount, and of course if you buy it before your cruise, you get even a bigger discount.
Yep. They have the virtual motorcycles there, regular arcade games, and part of that package you can buy too is for the Robotron. We'll show you here in a little bit. But Becky's right. Look out beforehand because you can get some good deals. A lot of kids areas, a lot of real estate devoted to the kids clubs. We didn't have any children with us, so I'll show you the signs. And then this kids pool, this Pirates Cove, which is pretty elaborate.
I loved the look of this Pirates Cove. The kids seemed to be having a terrific time, and it wasn't crowded. However, I must mention, we went on a cruise while the kids were in school.
This is the second deck going forward around the jungle pool. They have a lot of games up here. You could check out some games, and then they have just these table games: foosball, ping pong, shuffleboard, pool. So a lot going on here in this enclosed area. I'd have coffee in here in the mornings. I'd do a little work on the computer and have a cup of coffee.
You have to pay for some of these games.
Yep. Deck 19, looking back at the Marina Pool there. And then when we move forward, and we're on the second deck of the Pirates Cove, where they also have the sports court. They're shooting hoops here, but they'll set it up for pickleball. I got a kick out of this Pirates area with all the stuff here, with the giant bucket of water and fall on them and all that.
Yeah, I thought it was very cute, and the kids seemed to be having such a good time.
A lot of slides. Slides are about 3 or 4 decks. So moving forward, we have this top 19 area, which is a paid area to get into, and you got to pay a little bit, and it's a little more wide open, great bar service, less crowded.
Yeah, this really was a fabulous place to hang out.
The hot tubs in there are really nice. A lot of, they have some of those cabanas right there, there's chairs. Here's a view of the jungle pool with the roof partially retracted. And at the very top, they have this Robotron, which is another thing you can pay to do. And it had different settings. This one didn't show people going upside down, but I did see it invert people, so I guess you could tell them if you want to be inverted or not.
Well, as promised, we're going to talk about our favorite things about the ship. And I was surprised about how many there were. So the first thing I have to mention is price. Absolutely loved how low a price there is. However, I kind of have a love-hate thing with this, is although you can have a low price, depending on what cabin you get or experience, boy, that price really goes up, and they do different pricing than any other cruise line. So you have to be really careful to keep your price low.
Please check out our other video on how to save money while booking an MSC cruise and navigate all the layered pricing that they offer. One thing I really liked about it was how easy it was to get a specialty coffee. Most cruise lines, there's one or maybe two bars that will have the espresso machines that can give you a specialty coffee. Every bar on the ship had a specialty coffee machine, espresso machine, and so it was really easy to get those morning drinks and not have to wait in a lot of lines.
This is one thing that the ship does better than most cruises in the business. So I was excited about that. And I have to mention pools. So I was very, very happy that the ship has 4 different swimming pools. You know, they have the one for just a kid. They have an aft one that's adults only. Then they have one with a retractable roof, so if the weather's bad. And then that 4th one on the Marina Pool, I liked it, and I really liked that it had stairs. You know, since my accident, you know, I can't do a ladder, and I hadn't been able to swim. So I was really excited that there were actually steps to get into the pool, so it was a big deal for me.
One thing we also really liked was our cabin. We had the bare bones inside cabin, and it was nice. It was roomy. We did a whole video on that cabin. We'll have the link below and also have a card right above us right now for you to link into that video.
I love the service. Now, for all the cruise lines, the service is very good. But I really thought on MSC, it was like they were really bending over backwards to try to make you happy with whatever was going on with your life.
I liked the entertainment with the piano bar. The dueling piano bar was a lot of fun. Those piano players are really great, and it was a good time. We went there several nights and always had a good time at that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And I also enjoyed the production theater. I'm not a huge production person. I get sometimes bored if it's just song and dance. I really enjoyed the features they had. They had acrobatics. They had a little bit of a plot. Great comedian. So I loved the entertainment in the main theater.
The casino, I thought, really favored the player more so than a lot of other cruise lines I've been on, with some good odds going back towards the player instead of towards the house. And so I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, I didn't fill up to gambling, but I was excited that it offered better odds than most cruise ships. So, although we didn't have children with us, I really wanted to be sure to evaluate this because it's important to so many of our viewers. It's a terrific cruise line for kids, especially, I think, all ages, but less than 10. Like, I could tell those pools and everything were fabulous. And looked like a terrific thing. Even the buffet being special so that the little people could go through, you know, and be able to reach everything. I thought it was very sweet and a great place to take kids.
One of the major things we both really enjoyed about MSC was that loyalty matching program. We really encourage you to do that if you're on another cruise line or even airline, Sandals Resort, but match that loyalty program. There's a lot of benefits there.
I was absolutely amazed, too, on how wonderful the benefits were. The benefits that they provide for their loyalty program are better than what most cruise lines are doing. They're really trying to pull in people, like especially like those that are unhappy with Carnival's changes to loyalty programs. And I was thrilled with what we got out of the loyalty program. I also loved how beautiful the ship was. It was really gorgeous, and I especially enjoyed all the metal sculptures that they had throughout the ship. Now let's talk about our dislikes. Number 1 there is very few places to eat. For dinner, you can eat at the buffet, the dining room you're assigned to, or you can pay for specialty dining.
For lunch, it's really not a whole lot better. There's still the dining room option or the buffet option. It's unfortunate they don't have any type of hamburger or hot dog stand or pizza stand or anything like that around the pool that you can get a little snack type lunch at and kind of avoid all the crowds elsewhere on ship.
And for breakfast, once again, you have the buffet and dining room option, but here is the insider secret. They also offer 2 specialty restaurants for free at breakfast. So one is Ola Tacos, and the other is the Butcher's Cut. So we had an amazing breakfast at Ola Taco. Really recommend you try one of these.
Another dislike we have about the system was the lack of dining reservations. You couldn't make a dining reservation before you get on board the ship. You can request a seating time, early or late seating. You couldn't make any specialty dining. and you didn't know what seating time you're going to get until once you get on board the ship. That led to some long lines trying to make some dining reservations once you get on board the ship.
Yes. And you did most of your reservations via the phone, and there was a lot of long waits for lots of people. And if you got a dining reservations for a set seating time you didn't like, there's no changing it. So another thing that we didn't like was like the type of music played. They seemed to believe that Texans only liked country music, salsa, and steel drum. Lots of us like rock and roll from all genres and classic rock, etc. They did not have enough rock and roll for my taste, and they also didn't have enough dance opportunities. There were almost nobody dancing anywhere on the ship except for like the white party.
Our last dislike were the so-called smart elevators, or the destination elevator, where you tell it what floor you're going to and then it tells you what car to get into. For whatever reason, they didn't work very well at all on this ship. I think it was a programming error as much as it was people didn't know how to use them. We've been on other cruise ships that have that same type of elevator. They work just fine, much more efficient than a traditional one. MSC kind of needs to fix that elevator, get it working right. So the really big question, Becky, is would you go on MSC cruises again?
Oh, absolutely. I love the low price. However, before I picked a cruise with them, I would really look very closely at the ship I was getting on, and I'd really want to be on one of their newer ships. But I would absolutely do another MSC cruise. How about you, Jeff?
I will definitely do another one. I want to do the yacht club. We've heard so much good things about the yacht club. Give that a try. It's real easy to do right here on the Seascape. Looked like they had a great one out of Galveston. So I think someday we'll do the yacht club out of Galveston.
We heard people rant and rave about the yacht club. I would love to try it. Of course, I would price it first. But that sounds amazing. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this video.
If you liked the video, please give us a like, and really, please give us a subscribe. We publish once a week with a lot of high-quality information on the cruise. It'll keep you up to date on what's important to you, which is cruising.
Until next time, have a cruising good time.